Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for stopping on in today. In this video, we're going to be discussing our NBA play of the day for February 9th, 2017. If you're interested in getting our daily free pick over at our main website, you can check out stumpthespread.com by clicking in the logo on the top right-hand corner of this video if you're on desktop. And if you can't do that, we'll also link Stump the Spread in the video description. Our daily free pick on our main website has been having a lot of success as of late, going 16-4-1 against the spread over the last 21 days. Unfortunately, our long winning streak came to an end the other day as Air Force fell on their home court, but we do have another free play up for today's action, so you can go check that out, and I highly recommend that. In today's video, our NBA play of the day is going to be between the Boston Celtics and the Portland Trailblazers. If you're looking to get more of this pick content in the future, you can click that subscribe button, and also any thumbs up are greatly appreciated. So talking about the Boston Celtics here, this is a team that stands 33-19 overall, which is good enough for first place currently in the Atlantic Division. Boston has had quite a bit of success lately, although they did fall short in their last outing. This was a team that was riding a 7-game winning streak, most of these games being at home, however, as 6 of these 7 games were at home for Boston. But this streak did see them pick up wins against teams like the Houston Rockets, the Toronto Raptors, and their final homestand game was against the LA Clippers, where Boston picked up that win by a final of 107-102. Boston, better team on their home court than on the road, which is the case for pretty much every team in the NBA, but also a team that hasn't necessarily struggled by any means on the road. They stand 14-11 away from home. Boston did come up short in their last outing on the road, however. Perhaps complacency played a role for Boston as they went into Sacramento, losing that one in rather convincing fashion. Could be complacency, could be travel. Whenever these East Coast teams head out for their West Coast swings, it's never the most easy situation, but coming off a less than ideal result, we do expect Boston to come into this matchup and potentially play with a little bit more vigor than we saw from them the other day. Boston, it's a team that likes to push the pace of play a bit. They rank 7th in the NBA in scoring average as well as 3rd in assists. This is a very unselfish team that can spread the ball around to a number of different options. Isaiah Thomas has been incredible for Boston this year, averaging nearly 30 points per game as well as over 6 assists. This is also a team that puts in the effort on the defensive end. Even though they play at a faster pace, they rank more in the middle of the NBA in total defense, as they stand 18th in the league in points allowed. It's going to be interesting to see if Boston comes out with a little bit more fight than we saw out of them the other day. This is going to be a nationally televised game, and if we do get the kind of effort that we saw out of them when they played at Sacramento, might not be as good of a game as we're hoping for, but like we said, this is a Boston team that's generally been trending up. They have won 7 of the last 8 games, and a team that will be looking to bounce back here as they head on the road to face the Portland Trailblazers, who currently stand 23-30 overall, which is good enough for 4th place in the Northwest Division. Portland's been a bit hit or miss as of late. They've won 2 of their last 5 games, including their last outing where Portland came through on the road to get a nice revenge win against the Dallas Mavericks, pulling things out in the end, picking up the win by 114-113. This was a rematch of a game that we saw recently where Portland fell on their home court to the Dallas Mavericks by a final of 108-104. Portland's been decent on their home court this season, standing 14-11. Behind their nice home court advantage, but definitely a team that hasn't been a consistent W. Portland right now, they're a young team that's looking to perhaps make a play for the NBA playoffs, but they're probably going to need to increase their winning percentage to achieve that goal. A team that has a lot of young players and could potentially really build into something special in the coming years, but that's to be seen. This is another team that plays pretty fast-paced. They rank 9th in the NBA in scoring average, but this isn't the same type of defensive team that we see out of Boston, as the Portland Trailblazers rank just 26th in the league in points allowed. This is also an offense that doesn't really share the ball all that well, considering their offensive output, as the Portland Trailblazers rank 18th in the NBA in assists, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Portland has really talented guards that don't necessarily need to pass the ball around to have success. Damian Lillard averaging 26 points per game, having another solid campaign, and then you also have a guy like McCollum who doesn't necessarily need to get the ball assisted to him for him to get his offense. Going to be an interesting matchup here against the Boston Celtics. Recently, actually, Portland was able to beat the Boston Celtics at home in what was a very competitive game. We expect a very high-scoring, rematch between these squads. Not going to be easy for Portland on their home court, and really a revenge game for the Boston Celtics, knowing that they came up just short not that long ago on the road against Portland, and the fact that they're coming off of a defeat in their last outing on the road. So definitely a lot more for Boston to prove in this one, as they're trying to get back on track after all the recent success they've been having and get this West Coast trip heading back in the right direction. So in what should be a pretty competitive game right now, this spread sits at about 1.5 points that Boston's getting. We do expect it to be a close, high-scoring game, but like we said, Boston should have the motivation coming off of a fairly recent defeat on the road against Portland in what was a very close game, as well as their loss the other day, as they go on to take advantage of this weak Portland defense, as they go on to make things close and cover this spread here against the Trailblazers. So that's going to be our daily NBA play for this video. If you're looking to get more pick content in video form in the future, you can click that subscribe button, and also any thumbs up are greatly appreciated. Also, if you want to get our daily free pick over at our main website, again, I recommend that. Check out stumpthespread.com by clicking in the logo in the top right hand corner of this video, and also if you want, we'll also provide Stump the Spread link in the description. So thanks guys for stopping in today, and we'll see you in the next pick video. Bye.